Internal Revenue Service IRS tax news. Here's how people can become an IRS-certified volunteer. IRS Tax Tip 2021-155, October 20th, 2021. The IRS and its community partners encourage people to make a difference in communities across the country by becoming an IRS volunteer. There's a link to the volunteer here. These volunteers will help taxpayers file their tax returns. There's a link to filing the tax return during the upcoming tax season. And this might be something that would be more in need even this year than in prior years, due to the fact that in prior years, there might have been some restrictions in people being able to get some of the assistance like this. So there might be people that have basically backed up taxes possibly and haven't filed the taxes maybe for more than 1 year. You're also going to have situations where people's incomes have changed a lot, given the fact that there's going to be differences in employment that are more extreme than in other years. And you also have the situation that the tax code has changes fairly significantly, and that can have a big impact, especially on the lower income level areas, because a lot of the changes actually happen there, which can be a little bit confusing, things like the refundable tax credits. And so if you're going to work as a volunteer, that could be quite useful to help people file their taxes and show them the resources that might be available to them. Then you might want to choose the right kind of area. You might want to brush up then, of course, on the tax law, because again, there has been some changes. And then think about there's 2 volunteer areas that you could take a look at, and one's going to be over a certain age group, and you could kind of specialize on the needs that are most likely going to be in that area. And then people that are under like retirement age are going to have different kind of needs for their taxes generally. So there's the volunteer income assistance, offers free tax return preparation to eligible taxpayers who generally earn $58,000 or less, people with disabilities, and limited English-speaking taxpayers. And then there's the tax counseling for the elderly, is mainly for people aged 60 or older. Although the program focuses on tax issues unique to seniors, most taxpayers can usually get free assistance. Many sites in the TCE program are operated through AARP Foundation Tax-Aide. So clearly, if you're talking about people that are in retirement area, you're going to be dealing with a lot of things like Social Security and so on. And you want to be thinking about where their income sources will be and any kind of benefits that might be, age-related benefits. If you're working with people that are under the retirement age, you might be dealing with a lot of people then, of course, that would have like payroll information, W-2 type of information. And then you might have things more likely to have things like child tax credits and the earned income credit and that kind of stuff that there's been significant changes on, that you want to be aware of at that level in those kind of tax returns. So there are many reasons to volunteer. Volunteers can work flexible hours. Volunteers can generally choose their own hours and days to volunteer. Tax preparation sites are usually open from late January through the next filing deadline in April. Some sites are even open all year. Volunteers can work virtually from anywhere. So you can work virtually online, I believe is what that means. The volunteer sites will offer virtual help to taxpayers. This allows volunteers to help taxpayers complete their tax returns over the phone or online. Some volunteers will conduct a virtual quality review with taxpayers before filing their return. So the online volunteer works really good. It would be nice if they had that on-ground volunteer. That kind of lost that a little bit due to the COVID situation. I know a lot of people, still like to actually see someone to basically help walk them through the tax return. But both of those things, it looks like, hopefully are going to be available again in the upcoming tax season. It looks like no prior experience needed. Volunteers receive specialized training to become IRS certified. They can also choose from a variety of volunteer roles to serve. VITA and TCE programs want volunteers of all backgrounds and ages, as well as individuals who are fluent in other languages. The IRS provides free tax law training and materials, so it might be a source for you if you want to find training and put something on the resume possibly. Then that might be a good way to get training and put something on the resume too. So volunteers receive training materials at no charge. The tax law training covers how to prepare basic federal tax returns electronically. The training also covers tax topics such as deductions and credits. Tax pros can earn continuing education credit. So if you're a tax professional and you have some kind of certification you need, you might be able to pick up those CPE credits. Earned agents and non-credentialed tax return preparers can earn continuing education. There's a link to continuing education here. Credits when volunteering as VITA or TCE instructor, quality review, or tax return preparer. Read testimonials from real VITA volunteers. learn more about volunteers and help people in their communities. More information can be found at the links below. There's the VITA volunteer sign-up page. Learn new skills on an IRS-certified volunteer. IRS free file tax return preparation programs. Link and learn taxes. There's links to those items here, and there'll be a link to this in the description.